Welcome to Couchbase Learning Services course, CB130n, Introduction to Engagement Application Development using Node.js. Let's get started by taking a look at all you'll learn in the lessons ahead. We're framing this course around building a REST API via GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE routes because it's immediately useful and it provides a good way to survey our APIs and capabilities. You'll rely on the Node.js tool, which in turn will use the Couchbase Node.js SDK, which under the hood relies on our C SDK, to perform get, insert, upsert, replace, and remove operations for specific documents by their keys. You'll also use the query operation of our SDK to perform select, insert, upsert, update, and delete operations, learning along the way that our query language, Nickel, is SQL for JSON, and along with our APIs gives you a lot of choice and flexibility for your implementations. Then we're going to turn our focus to Ottoman, an open source, model-based object document mapping framework for Couchbase. The course is divided into 9 lessons. First, you'll set up a local one-node Couchbase cluster, import data using the new CB import tool, index that data, getting some exposure to executing queries through the UI, and then ensure that you've got all the right tools available for the course. Then we're going to connect you to your cluster and a bucket to get a document, because there's no point in anything if you can't do that. You're then going to take in a single lesson a full tour of CRUD operations, create, read, update, and delete, via API, all in a single lab to keep it efficient. After that, you're going to modify that code to rely on Nickel in place of direct API operations, but also expand the possibilities for accessing and modifying documents by any field, not just a specific document key. Then, we're going to dive into Ottoman and learn how to configure a model for your core document shape and import data via that model. You'll then get documents through your model by their key or through generic arbitrary find operations. After that, you'll create new documents through your model with referenced relations to other documents. Then you'll add new indexing on the fly via Ottoman and work with embedded document relations to contrast with referenced relations. Last, of course, we'll wrap up the whole CRUD operation framework via Ottoman by walking you through updating and deleting documents using this framework. Now, the great thing about online training is that you can take it the way you prefer, at the pace you prefer. Now, with this course, you can keep things super easy and just watch the video and follow your way through the workbook and copy and paste all the code. It's a PDF and it's set up so that you can do that if you want. Or you can stretch yourself a bit. Just watch the video, give yourself some framework and foundation, then jump directly into the code and read only the code comments which advise you what to build without showing you how, the way the workbook would. Just use the workbook as a backup. And then, for some extra effort beyond that, there are also extra challenges in Labs 7 and 8 asking you to create entirely new behavior not described in the workbook, or the comments really, relying solely on what you've learned. Now, we do assume you know some things already, though. First, we assume you're already proficient with JavaScript and Node.js and Express. Second, we assume you're already familiar with the basics of how Couchbase operates. If not, you can get up to speed quickly with these other free online courses. CB30, the Essentials of Couchbase Engagement Technology, and then possibly also CB105, our Intro to Data Modeling in JSON, and CB110, Nickel for SQL people. Last, we also assume that you're familiar with REST APIs, in general at least. If not, there's a good tutorial available here. Now, there's a lot more information about Couchbase available online. Always keep an eye on our developers site for focused blog articles on more advanced topics. Our documentation is also just a click away. We provide more free training online beyond this course, as well as offering deep dive classroom training. And if you want to jump into Ottoman right away, just go here. We've got a lot more ahead. Stick around.